after a damning ethics report, fraud charges and lies about his past. The U.S. House of Representatives has expelled Congressman George Santos. Lawmakers voted 311 to 114 to oust the disgraced lawmaker. He has been accused of using campaign money for luxury expenses such as Botox and stealing charity money for a veteran's dying service dog. The 35-year-old from Queens is only the sixth lawmaker in history to be expelled from Congress. His ouster comes after the House Ethics Committee released a report that found he blatantly stole from his campaign and exploited every aspect of his House candidacy for his own personal financial profit. Among the many allegations in its final report, the panel accused him of spending campaign money on OnlyFans, a platform where users pay for content, including pornography, and holidays in the Hamptons, an elite seaside enclave in New York State. Expulsion votes are rare in Congress and require two-thirds of the House. Of those who voted to expel him, 206 were Democrats and 105 were Republicans. Mr. Santos made a quick exit as the votes against him started to pour in, jumping straight into a waiting SUV without answering any questions. After the resolution to expel Mr. Santos was adopted on Friday, there was scattered applause from both sides of the aisle. A group of 4 New York Republicans who were elected alongside him and who have long sought to give him the boot said they can now finally stop talking about him. They also dispute it sets bad precedent to remove him. The precedent that is set is that we hold members of Congress to a higher standard, said New York Republican lawmaker Anthony Disposito. The people of New York's 3rd Congressional District need representation. Mr. Disposito added that it shouldn't have come to this. He should have held himself accountable. He should have resigned, he said. Republican Jim Jordan, who voted against the expulsion, told the BBC he worried about the move. Who's next? You let due process play out. The voters elected him. You got to be careful in taking a vote to kick out of Congress someone the voters sent to Congress, he said. Mr. Santos has been charged with 23 federal felony counts, including wire fraud, money laundering and theft of public funds, as well as separate allegations of campaign finance violations, but denies the allegations and has yet to face trial. Trouble for the 35-year-old started shortly after winning an election in November 2022 to represent New York's 3rd Congressional District. The New York Times published an investigation in December that revealed Mr. Santos had lied about a Wall Street career, a college degree, and having Jewish ancestry. Since then, allegations against the lawmaker have continued to pile up. He has been accused of a range of fabrications and fraud schemes, including scamming Amish dog breeders in Pennsylvania and claiming his mother died in the 9/11 terror attacks. Mr. Santos had remained defiant, refusing to resign despite many calls from both sides of the aisle to step down. This place is run on hypocrisy, he told reporters earlier this week. If they want me to leave Congress, they're going to have to take that tough vote. Jody Casfinkel, voted for Mr. Santos but has since campaigned to have him removed, told the BBC that his expulsion is a win for democracy. We knew this was the only way to go because this man has no shame and he was not going to resign on his own, she said. Constituents in his district also welcomed the news. He really shouldn't have been in Congress, Miriam Foreman told the BBC. Even to get into graduate school, you have to demonstrate some gift for doing what you say you are going to do. It doesn't happen with congressmen. Another constituent said good riddance. A sign attached to the doorway of his office says yes, we're open, but there were no signs of life inside except for a staffer who briefly exited, without a word, to pick up a bouquet of flowers and a small potted plant left at the entrance. Some people stopped to take selfies in front of the nameplate outside his office in the Longworth building across the street from the Capitol on Friday before it is taken down. Mr. Santos immediately lost the ability to vote on legislation. House clerk staff will continue running daily operations for the district until Mr. Santos' replacement is elected. The former congressman will also lose his health insurance, the officials said. He can still dine, however, in the exclusive House restaurant, exercise in Capitol Gym and borrow books from the Library of Congress, all privileges afforded to former members of Congress. But he is not eligible for a congressional legislative pension. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has 10 days to call for an election, which would take place around next February. The ouster and special election could further pare down Republicans' narrow 9-seat House majority. There is no guarantee another Republican will win the congressional seat he holds, which was easily won by Joe Biden in the 2020 general election.